What should you do before your very first US visa interview? I'm so glad someone asked this question. As a former visa officer, I wished most people cared enough or asked this question enough times so that they're prepared before their very first visa interview. Because guess what? Your visa record is forever. If you ever get a visa denial, that will stay on your record forever. And it is very important to prepare the right way so that you don't have a visa record that's filled with prior denials, that you are really setting yourself up in a position to fail at your visa interview, especially if you have big plans in the United States, you're hoping to study, you're hoping to work on an H-1B. It's important to make sure that you do things right from the beginning. At Argo, I make a lot of videos about prior refusals, what happens when people get in tricky situations where they've been denied or had a visa revoked or have a visa ineligibility, which basically means that you have a ban to the United States and you'll need a waiver. So I definitely talk a lot about visa complications. However, if you are someone who really, knows that you have a bright future in the United States, you want to get the best education, it's best to prepare the right way from the very beginning so that you are not scrambling and having lots of sleepless nights, not knowing what's going to happen next and if you're, ever going to be able to go to the United States again. Okay, so before your first interview, know that this is a very high stakes interview. It will only be a few minutes time, generally under 5 minutes for a non-immigrant visa. And you have to take advantage of every second that you have in front of the visa officer. Okay, visa officers are very busy people. They interview at least 100 people a day. At least this was before the pandemic. And sometimes they interview up to 150 people a day. So this is a very busy person, and you have to know how to present your information the right way and be concise and efficient. I used to, have visa applicants that would come to my visa window and they would talk about all sorts of random things that didn't have anything to do with their visa appointment. And so that is problematic because you're talking to someone who just has very limited time to talk to you, and you want to get the most important information in front of them so that you can be someone who is a 30-second visa approval. Actually, most people who work with us at Argo end up having very quick visa interviews because they're prepared the right way. And so after the first 2 or 3 questions, the visa officer is like, wow, this person is amazing, so well prepared, visa approved. Where your visa interviews get a little bit longer and they're asking you lots of detailed questions or going into a specific area of your life, then you have reason to be worried, because at that point, it's very possible that the visa officer is just looking for a good reason to deny you. Something about the way that you're coming across, something about the way that you're talking to them isn't sitting well with them. They're wondering if you're a credible person, if you have ulterior motives for going to the US. This entire exercise is really almost like an exercise in trust. The visa officer has to feel like they trust you. And so something else that's really important to know before your first visa interview is that lots of people get denied. I know nobody ever goes into their visa interview thinking they're going to get denied, or else they would probably look for more help, but actually 1 in 4 visa applicants get denied. And so that is a lot of people. In fiscal year 2018, 3.7 million people were denied their visas, and they're usually not given a reason why they're denied. And so, again, you want to be someone who gets their visa approved within a minute on your first interview, not someone who is, seeking out our services after your second or third visa denial and you just don't know what to do and you don't even know, how to make future plans in the United States. Okay, so this is very important to know. Very high stakes, prepare in advance. People get denied visas all the time. Don't listen to your family members who are like, oh, so-and-so got their visa approved, they'll be fine. Everybody's situation is different. You have to know how to handle this nuanced visa interview, be prepared, know exactly how to frame your situation in a way that makes sense to the visa officer. This is so important. I cannot stress this enough, because at Argo, we work with a lot of people who have prior visa refusals, and that's not great, okay? We want everybody to succeed at this very important interview. And so book an ARGO consultation with one of our ex-visa officers. We can give you a strategy. We can help you prepare for your upcoming visa interview so that you are not setting yourself up for failure, okay? So find out more about us at argovisa.com. You can watch more videos that we've made on our Argo Visa social media channels on YouTube and TikTok, and we look forward to helping you at your next consultation. Thanks so much.